Hey yo, Go Format players, it's Skill Brown Magician here, and shout outs to you guys because this is my 300 subscriber Apprentice Magician real life deck profile. And actually, right now, I actually have more than 400 subscribers. So this is the first of 2 real life deck profiles that I'm gonna showcase to you guys. So thanks again for all of the love. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for the likes, the comments, everything that you guys do. I really appreciate it. So let's get into the first profile. This is Apprentice Magician. This card is so cool because it gives you access to both a dark and a light. Let's read his effect. If he's summoned, you can target a face-up card on the field that you can place a spell counter on, put a spell counter on it. So you can give your breaker another spell counter, which is kind of cool. It doesn't come up often, but you can do that. The main effect that we really like is that if he's destroyed by battle, you can special summon a level 2 or lower spellcaster monster from your deck and face down defense position. So we're running triple Apprentice Magician, and he tutors out a light from deck. Not any light, the best light in the game, probably the best card in GOAT format, Magician of Faith. So we play triple Apprentice Magician, he's a dark, he can tutor out a Magician of Faith, which is a light. Now you have both a light and a dark potentially in grave, and you have access to a spell in your graveyard. So that combo is so nice. Something about just having a light and a dark in your graveyard, and this goes even further with the darks, and you'll see later. So we have triple Magician of Faith, which is so nice to be searched from the deck with Apprentice Magician. Then, because we're playing triple Magician of Faith, we want to avoid that they all get knocked. So we play double Big Shield Gardna. It also fits into the other monsters that we're playing later in the lineup. You'll see why. His big booty, 2600 defense, super effective in this deck, really important. And he can absorb a knock. And when you absorb that knock, it feels really good because that's one less knock to take out your Magician of Faiths. We have Tsukiyomi to work with our Magician of Faith, and also to flip our Thousand Eyes Restrict down because we do play a GOAT control package. So that's why we play triple Magician of Faith. We have our Sinister Serpent, and every card that I've showed you guys so far in the lineup is all searchable for with Sangan. So Sangan can search anything that I've shown you so far, and it can also search DD Warrior Lady. And this is another light and dark staple that we need. We obviously have our breaker. And then this is where I really like this lineup and why I think Apprentice Magician is so cool. It's a floater. It floats into Magician of Faith. And this is the ideal combo. They hit your Apprentice Magician. You float into Magician of Faith. You flip it during your turn. You get back one of your spells. And then you tribute it off for Zaborg. Pop their monster. And let's go. So I just think that Apprentice Magician, the fact that he's a floater, he's like a weird version of Mystic Tomato and Shining Angel in the sense that he gets both a light and a dark. You tribute it off whatever you bring out with Zaborg, and then you pop one of their monsters. You can also tribute out for a Zaborg, or not a Zaborg, a Jinzo to stop their traps. I really like this small tribute package, and then because we're playing so many lights, so many darks, we're obviously playing one copy of Chaos Sorcerer, and we also have our copy of Blackluster Soldier. So what a solid lineup. I really like the monsters in this build. I know that some people, you could swap out a third copy of Apprentice Magician for Tomato, of course. That searches into Sangan as well, which is really good. If you can tribute off a Sangan for one of your monarchs, that feels great. Okay, we have Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity. I don't have Duo, so you could play Duo, but I just have 2 of the Trinity. Then I have Heavy Storm, MST, and then these special summons really go a long way in the deck because we're a tribute deck. Also, we can just get back really good monsters from our graveyard. We can get back a Magician of Faith, which we can soak face down. We can get back a Sangan to be tributed off for one of our monarchs, and then we get a search. We can just bring back Zaborg straight up. We could bring back Jinzo. Really nice card in this deck. Snatch Steal, of course, is really good because taking an opponent's monster, tributing it off, feels really nice. We have double Nobleman, and then we have double Book of Moon, and this pairs well with our Goat Control package. We have triple Meta, and then we have only 2 copies of Scapegoat because we do play triple Magician of Faith, and we have a Sinister Serpent, and we can tutor out that Magician of Faith from the deck. So I didn't want to run an extra copy of Scapegoat. I felt like that would just be one too many. Also, some of the spice that I'm playing with Scapegoats and that I think makes this deck really fun to play with is double creature swap, because you can swap our Scapegoat tokens. Well, here's the combo. Switch your Scapegoat token into attack. Creature swap with your opponent. It can be a face-up or a face-down monster. You take their monster, and then guess what? That Scapegoat token that you couldn't tribute off, now you swapped it with your opponent, and that monster, it can be tributed for a Monarch. So you can get rid of their face-down card to tribute it, or you could just steal one of their face-up monsters to be tributed. You can just do so many cool things with creature swap in a deck like this. Also, we play the 1 lone copy of Enemy Controller. This card is really dope with Scapegoats because, like I said, man, getting rid of a Scapegoat token and trading it for one of your opponent's monsters feels great. This card has 2 effects. You can target a face-up monster your opponent controls and change that target's battle position, so that can be really useful. You can do things like swing into a face-down Gravekeeper Spy. It gets flip face-up, and then you can activate Enemy Controller to switch one of them into attack, and then you can swing over it potentially for game. So you could do really interesting things with the first effect, and the second effect, obviously, tribute one of our Scapegoat tokens, take control of one of your face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end of the turn, which doesn't matter because you'll most likely tribute it anyways. So that's the 1 copy of Enemy Controller. And then we have Ring of Destruction. We have a really small trap lineup, and the reason we run not a lot of traps is because we have just Mirror Force and Ring, because we're going to be playing 2 copies of Royal Decree in the main. We have this in tandem with Jinzo, so it's almost like we're playing 3 copies of Royal Decree. We just have one of them a monster on legs that can negate traps. So that is the lineup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really think that this is a fun deck to play. I played this in real life and I've had a lot of success with it. I like it to play with amongst friends. I really like the lineup. I like creature swap. I like enemy controller. I like abusing Scapegoat tokens. Thousand Eyes Restrict. Man, just Apprentice Magician, the things you can do with this deck. It's really fun. I hope you guys try it out. And until the next video, shout outs to all the subs. I'll see you in the next profile. Take care. Peace.